Brews and Banter.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Roman. What's going on?
I'm excited to be back in the studio.
Yeah.
Especially, we have a special guest who's returning.
One of our earliest guests, really.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
OG.
It goes back to the basement days.
Yeah. we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about the basement. It was nuts to butts and pretty
Chad,
close.
welcome back. Just let everybody know and who you are and a little bit about your background.
I'm Chad. I'm a founder and owner of drinknycraft.com. We are an e-commerce website that sells New York State beer, and we deliver it to people's houses. So people go on.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh, Jesus.
And let's get the beers out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We get right to business.
Well, you just got fucking gong
There's
show.
no messing around.
And then you're going to continue because we can't have empty glasses.
If this is the gong show, he would already fucking gonged you. Bong.
I was looking for a break there. Oh, we got little babies.
We're going to start out here with the little 12-ounce cans. This is a beer called Devil's Log from Lower Lake Brewing Company in Hamilton, now Hamilton's only brewery. But this guy, Mark Jensen and his wife, it's a husband-wife team. They're doing phenomenal beers. Mostly they specializes on like lagers and lighter beers, and this is a smoked lager. So it's going to be very...
no disrespect to this brewery. Just after spicy food, that's what I call my logs.
Yeah.
Smoked logs?
Devil's logs.
This, so we only had, I think I can recall, only one smoked beer before. Was it Willow Rock, maybe?
I
don't know what it was.
Was it bearded stout?
Stout beard? No.
Stout beard?
No. But either way, I know we're going to like this because I like, because I'm telling you,
I thought it was Lenny. Didn't Lenny have?
He didn't.
For you?
I don't think his was smoked.
No.
Maybe it was Willow Rock.
But yeah,
I don't remember. It's been so many beers.
we had like a 21 or 22% barrel aged Willow Rock beer.
We need a catalog of all the beers we've had here.
Untapped,
We're
man.
gonna have
Look
to.
at what the fuck. I mean, I'm
That's
such
like
an
the
internet-
social Untapped. Is that? Do you have an Untapped profile?
Yeah, but I don't have patience for that.
How
did you do that with a 12-ounce?
I'm so
Just
fucking
dump.
impatient. That's all I did.
Just
Get
dump.
your tampon out and soak that up.
So we have Untapped, right? But we don't have. It's an account for us. It's
Patience for it. We're just gonna hire some kid from college.
yeah, some young guy.
Go through all of our videos and let's cheers and hear the rest of the story.
Cheers. All right. So this beer here, actually, we just came out with a award-winning beer bundle, and we still have one going on right now for those interested. But this one is in the bundle that you guys did purchase, and this is a gold medal winner from the New York State Brewers Association competition in the Rausch Beer Helles category.
Mhm.
So it's a lager.
this is a Helles
supposed to
lager?
be- yeah,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be nice and light, and it's got a nice little
I love the
smoke,
smoke,
but it's not too smoky. I've had some of these beers and they just kind of smoke you out, but this one is very
This
this
is like-
is pleasant.
This is like perfect campfire.
Oh man,
smell.
I would have this with like barbecue food.
100%.
Or some sort of sausage.
Barbecue, yeah.
Some sort of smoked sausage or something. Food I'm talking about, not skin.
Of course you do. I just can't tell with
Skin
you
sausage.
nowadays.
Skin flute.
So before I
That's good.
rudely interrupted you, you were telling us about your business.
Yeah, Drink NY Crafts, website. People go on, they, order individual beers. Most people come on the site for the first time and they'll throw, a bunch of individual beers from breweries all over New York State we carry, and then we'll ship them right to their house. And then the next time they come back, they usually concentrate on the beers that they really like. So if you guys really like the smoke lager, Lower Lake Brewing out of Hamilton, let's order some more from them. So they'll order a couple more of those. But I think people really enjoy the singles. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'll buy a 4-pack from like Wegmans or something like that, bring it home. I've never seen it before, never tried it before. It's awful.
Yeah.
And I'm like, screw this, but I'm not going to dump them down the sink.
So,
So I just push them into the back of the refrigerator thinking I'm going to give them to my buddies when they show up, the next weekend. And that never happens.
Yeah.
I never pull them out again. And I end up with these 3-packs in the back of my fridge. So
Mm-hmm.
the individual beer is the way to go. And then you can, try different breweries.
Yeah.
A lot of the breweries we, service and help out are smaller. And some people haven't heard of them. So, you're buying on the internet and it's sight unseen. So you're going by the looks of the can. We have a picture of the can on there and we have some descriptions, but you don't really know what you're getting. So the single sell is, most people will just buy
It's
a
like
ton of singles.
specialized Instacart for
Yeah.
beer.
Well, you can sort too, right? Can you
Oh, yeah.
sort by beer types
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff? Yeah. So yeah, people can find all that. And so is it Drink NY Craft?
DrinkNYCraft.com. Yeah. So
Okay.
we only carry New York State beers. We ship anywhere in New York State and Pennsylvania right now. We haven't opened it up to additional states because, alcohol regulations are a thing. It's
Yeah.
a
So
pain in the ass.
when we first talked, you could only do New York, right? Only ship.
Yeah, I think the last we talked, I was only doing New York. So we opened up Pennsylvania just because people were
Yep.
really interested in that. A lot of people come up to, the Finger Lakes on vacation. So people, you have to do Pennsylvania, you
Sure.
have to do Pennsylvania. And maybe it counts for 5% of our sales. So not a lot of people, in Pennsylvania look to us. Our message is local, right? And that message is kind of lost in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily local.
Well, for now, but once you grow,
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys are shipping like UPS or something, or
Yeah, we go common carrier. It seems to be the easiest, although every now and then they mess up. UPS is not the most friendly carrier out there, but it's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
I don't think FedEx is any better, and USPS doesn't do alcohol delivery yet, although they're threatening to. So
it's a threat.
Why is
they're
that a threat?
threatening. They're saying they want to do it, but they don't. I don't think they have yet. Maybe I'm wrong. I should probably look at.
But
that
you
again.
think that's bad if they did?
Oh no,
okay.
I hope they do.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
competition would be better.
Yeah.
Today, for instance, I spent 40 minutes on the phone with UPS trying to get a delivery truck to my place. Like, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Come on, just have a truck show up on my place to pick up my boxes, please.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend, please.
Plus, they're losing like $100 million a year anyway, right? The post office isn't it some stupid number? Like you should do what you can.
Yeah. That's
I just saw
ridiculous.
USPS new cars. Did you see them?
No.
They look stupid looking, like it's from cartoon. Looks like a pancake with a giant fucking top hat looking.
Really?
Yeah. Is it electric?
I don't know. Maybe
Boogie woogie woogie.
It's like it looks like a
Like the
baseball
Amazon?
cap,
Yeah.
but like think of the top part is taller.
Maybe they're old Napa
Really?
cars. They're old Napa cars.
That's what they look like. It's like really stupid. Like someone took the front end and just smooshed it down.
I wonder why. That would be.
And it has like giant windshield, like almost the whole height.
Wow.
But when people talk about bad delivery services, I think of Ace Ventura.
Okay.
You remember the first movie when he was delivering that package? Fucking go! Kicks the fucking.
Yeah, when we get complaints, it's always like UPS wasn't able to deliver. So you actually have to be at home to sign for it,
right?
Which is kind of a pain in the ass. But they will try on 3 consecutive days. So if you're not home on those 3 consecutive days, they'll end up sending it back to me, and then I get hate mail. So if you buy a box from us, show up at your house. Show up and be there when they deliver.
Don't you? Isn't there also an option to have it dropped off at a local place?
Yeah, you can. If you're ordering local, we have a drop-off area in Syracuse at Tabletop Gaming, and then we have another drop-off location in Casanova at Mad Taco. But there's also a thing called an access point, and
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, and they're usually like Staples stores and things like that.
Walgreens.
They're usually more established businesses. They'll sign for the package on your behalf, and then you can show up at your convenience and get it. So a lot of people do that
too. So if you can't be home for the delivery,
yes.
Like for example, where I live, I know the schedule of UPS truck is between 12:30 and 2, and if you're at work, the fuck you gonna do? So if it goes to like a local stop like that, on your way home, you pick it up.
Yeah, and if you get to know your driver, get to know your UPS drivers, because they'll just leave it. Like my wife and I order alcohol on the internet all the time, just because we want to try out different.
Yeah, rumor has it.
Yeah. But they know who you are, and they get to know you, and they'll okay, this person's 21, and they'll leave it for you.
So for USPS drivers, UPS and FedEx, on Christmas I leave them gifts.
Nice.
Do you guys do that?
No, but I should. Maybe they would treat me a little better if I did.
So for USPS
awesome
delivery drivers, I put a Christmas gift in the mailbox.
Awesome.
For them. And then when UPS or FedEx comes around that time, I'll have a gift for them. Like, well, hold on, dude. I'll try to catch them. Or if I know they're coming, I will leave it on the bench and I'll make sure they see it.
Cool. You have a big heart, Roman. You have a big heart.
Like you said, you got to take care of them.
Yeah, you got to take care of the people that take care of you. I've always said that. Absolutely, that's very important.
But think about these access points. Like, so if you drop something off at a Walgreens, like you gotta get it. Like maybe you're gonna pick up chapstick or other beer or some other tie-in sale. So they're just signing for something, but they get people in their store.
And these local places too. Tabletop Gaming does gamings. You can go in there and card games and things like that. They also sell beer, so they are a full service bar. Mad Taco. I mean, you're going in there for your beer. You might as well have a taco before you leave.
It's like impossible. It's like a rule. It's like a potato chip. You can't have just one.
Right.
But when you're going to a taco place, you have to get a taco.
Yeah.
It's like I always use Costco chicken. It's Costco sells their chicken at a loss. I think they lose $40 million a year in chicken, but it's
a loss leader.
It's to get them into the warehouse, into the store, so that you buy all the shit.
Interesting.
So it's the same thing. So any business out there listening, get hold of Chad and get these hot access points set up, because it's like it costs you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You hold on to the beer for the next person to come get it, but they're going to stop and buy other stuff.
Or just quit your job and be home all the time when it's delivered.
Yeah. Work from home, people.
Work from home, people.
Right.
And drink beer.
Yeah.
So you've got drink New York Craft, drink NY Craft. You've got third space distribution.
Yep.
Still, right?
Yep. Although we're kind of dialing that back a little bit. The distribution to bars and restaurants is a very competitive spot. And I have noticed that it is hard for us to compete. The independents absolutely love us. Like the people that care about the beer that they're serving to their patrons, we do very well. Is that we offer different beers, right? You see a lot of the same beers at every single bar, a lot of the same tap handles, and that's whatever, the flavor of the month that the larger distributions are pushing. So we offer an alternative to that. But the problem arises when you're going to a volume account, say the Carrier Dome. We were in the Carrier Dome for a little bit, and that was awesome. Like, oh, we freaking made it, where they're ordering $2,000 worth of beer a week. You're like, this is great during football season. And then all of a sudden, they want to get paid. And I didn't start this business to pay to play. And then, it's illegal to pay to play practices, but it happens a lot. So they stop working with us. So for whatever reason, we get shut out of these large volume accounts, and I just got tired of it. It's like I didn't start this to
like you're not fucking making enough money already.
And that's, it's just greed. It's absolute greed. And the only people benefiting in that is the middle tier, is the distribution. Who's getting hurt is the little breweries that, isn't getting their beer out there, and consumers, because they're not getting choice. So that's why I started this thing, was to help these little guys, get up and get their beer out there. And it's so competitive.
Yeah.
I just got a little fed up. So my lane is the internet. The larger guys do not compete in that space, so they kind of let me do whatever I want there. So I kind of found my lane.
Oh, so that's been like a mafia? Do you get death threats?
No threats. Just people just cold shouldering. We'll be doing business and everything's great, and then one day, nothing.
Yeah.
Like just silence. And a couple people will say, "Hey, you need to." Give us a donation, or you can advertise with us. I think that's, a way around some of these pay to play laws. And I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
that doesn't help the little guy. And it just goes, it just plays into the narrative of, whoever has the money gets the prize. And in my opinion, whoever has the best beer gets the prize,
Sure.
So like, for instance, this right here, I don't think Lower Lake is in any distribution. In fact, I think to get this beer, you have to go to Hamilton or drinknycraft.com. But you can, this is what I do. I try to get this out to the masses. Someone who hasn't heard of Lower Lake before,
this is really
try
good.
it.
Yeah, I like this. So how do you obtain this? Do you have to go get it from them, or they bring it to you?
A lot of the smaller guys, I have to go and get it.
Yeah.
So I, usually take a road trip every couple weeks and just drive around New York State. I actually love doing that. I love doing the road trip, getting in the truck. You get to see the sights. You get to, stop at a park here and check out this waterfall there. And then you get to go to these cool breweries. In fact, I was just out at Westkill a couple weeks ago, and that was gorgeous. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's like you're in the, what is it, the Catskills down there? And it was just gorgeous. They got this little river flowing by, and they're all about like fly fishing and things like that. And it was just, a picturesque mountain scene. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, very down to earth.
It was a gorgeous day, and like my job is good. It's good. This is the good part of the job.
Nice.
But usually I have to go and get it.
And there's over 500 breweries, so like, I mean, you've not been to every single one, right?
No, we've worked with, I believe 83 over the last 6 years. We worked with 83 of them.
Okay, so
we're not even close.
Yeah.
There's a lot out there.
How far would you go in New York to get beer?
Oh, I go anywhere. I mean, we've been out to Buffalo, Long Island. We actually, the Long Island thing's an interesting one. So there's a bunch of breweries out there, and they're relatively small. So what they do is they will collect their cases together, and we'll put it on a pallet and ship it out. That way I don't have to drive all the way out to Long Island.
Yeah.
Going through New York City kind of sucks, but that works out well, because then we get like 4 or 5 breweries in one pallet coming, and everyone shares cost, and it's effective that way. But most of the time it's me getting in my truck and just drive, it's not a huge truck. It's, a pickup, it's super simple, very easy. We're not buying pallets and pallets. We're buying a couple cases here and there, maybe 10 at a time. So
what about like a box truck, so you can hit a lot of breweries?
I do have a box truck. It's just not efficient. If I was picking up, I think it fits 4 pallets. So I mean, I don't really need to drive that.
I see. Would you go as far as like Lebanon, New York, which is like close to Massachusetts?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a friend who owns Roaring 20s brewery.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
So they sponsored this episode.
You do any liquor?
Excellent. No, beer only right now. Is that near Rojan? Rojan's out that way.
It's near Harvest Spirits, right?
Harvest. There's another brewery. It's called Wolf
and Warrior.
No,
that's down.
Well, what'd you say? It's like 15 minutes off 81, or
no, Thruway.
Thruway.
Yeah, like 10 minutes off of Thruway. Right before Massachusetts.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, we're ready to work with anybody.
We're actually making a trip out there soon. I don't know which weekend. We gotta collaborate and interview the owner. She's got interesting story.
Yeah, we had a Mexican lager on our.
Yeah,
what do we call that? The foam throne? Is that what we call that?
Sure.
the kegerator, the foam throne.
Yeah, they sponsored this podcast. They gave us a 6-tail of Mexican lager.
That was good.
And
Excellent.
she said they sold out of that so fast.
Really?
And we were the only ones in the state or the country, the world, had that.
Awesome.
Because we had a 6-tail for like anybody that comes here.
Yeah, and that was only for a guest. Like we restrained ourselves from drinking it unless we had a guest.
It was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was so good. It was probably one of the best ones I had. But that's definitely their setup is like, it's like a Ferrari of breweries, but it's like small.
Okay.
But to have that quality of brewing technology and equipment,
it
was pretty. So I can't wait to go and record all this stuff.
It was like
if you can get some beer, bring it back. I mean, if they're willing to put it on the site,
I'll find out.
It's kind of a no-brainer, or I try to make it a no-brainer for them. I mean, they're basically selling us at wholesale, and we just mark it up. And unfortunately, a lot of our margin goes to UPS, but shipping's expensive.
Well, we'll talk and then find out if they want to do that, and then we'll talk to you and see how much you want to buy. So
cool.
We're making a trip. We might as well grab it for you.
Absolutely. Sweet.
So this is a 4.8%.
Yeah, it's nice and light.
So what else do you know about this brewery?
So Mark Jensen and his wife, they brew actually out at what's the name of the brewery? I'm having a brain fart right now. They contract brew at a different brewery down in like Tully area, and I'm forgetting the name. It's going to come in.
Not
I'm just going to shout it out.
Not Onco.
No, it is an Onco, but
I didn't mean to cut you up.
But they're doing great beers there, and it's mostly lagers, super lighter beers like this. A lot of the side pours, those side pours like super pop you now with like the huge heads on them, and they do excellent. Very, very well balanced. And lagers, there's not much area to hide. You know, when you're brewing something like this, you want it to be nice and clear, which this is, and it's hard to get that balance, especially with a lager, because you're brewing it or it's fermenting for weeks, and there's a lot that can go wrong. So, but he's doing an excellent job. You know, a lot of people focus on the New England style IPAs, but this guy, lager forward, highly recommended.
So they don't have a physical location. People can.
Oh, they do. They have a physical location.
So they're just brewing somewhere else.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. They're brewing somewhere else, and they have a tap room, I guess they call it in the farm brewery language, a satellite office.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
But it's right in Hamilton, right downtown. You know, if you're driving through town too fast, you might miss it. So slow down. But it's right there,
and that's where Good Nature was.
It's Good Nature was a little farther. Yes, but it was within 5 minutes of Good Nature, which unfortunately closed. So I think Lower Lake is the only brewery in Hamilton now.
Yeah, we'll have to make a trip down there at some point. Yeah, if we ever get nice fucking weather consistently, right?
And there's good restaurants there too. I took my wife there the other day just to pick the beer up, and you know we went out to eat, and there's so many restaurants right there. It's great. So it's a good little town.
It's like an hour and 15 minutes from here, from Syracuse,
probably. Yeah. For me and Kaz, I think it's about 40, 45 or something like that. So
I'm almost done with this beer, and I was thinking what kind of food I would pair this with. I would pair this with brisket.
Nice.
This with brisket would be fucking delicious.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe smoked barbecue too.
Oh, you could have smoked brisket, Roman. How about that?
With smoked barbecue and smoked beer.
You have smoked barbecue brisket.
Then I'll have smoke coming out of my ears.
It's fine.
And have a cigar
You'll be all smoked up.
Yeah.
I'll be like Cheech and Chad. Yeah, man.
So we were talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Earlier,
the Brews and Banter Super Bowl ring.
Well, it is. It looks like, feel the fucking weight of this thing.
Oh my God! If you punch someone, you'd have the Roman.
Yeah, it's a stamp.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
awesome.
Dave Chappelle one.
Yeah, or like old times, we could use that to seal our envelopes with wax. But
real diamonds, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't half-ass anything around here. But this was so we do this thing called a pound round. It's who can drink the most beers in an hour, and whoever drinks the most beers gets his ring. But with that ring, we get these things called U-Daddies. You ever hear of a U-Daddy?
If you win. No.
So if you win, it's called a U-Daddy. So like you get 5 U-Daddies and you got to use them up. So if I win, then anything I ask Roman, he's got to say U-Daddy. So like, wait, who's got the nicest ass you've ever seen? Like, U-Daddy.
U-Daddy.
Like I can't, no exceptions.
You got to answer U-Daddy. Yeah. And you can use them whenever you want.
Love it.
Yeah. Love it. But we haven't done a pound round in like a year or so.
No, it's been a while.
But that's what this is for.
Cool. I think you got tired of me winning. So
you won once. I won 3 times.
Yeah, bullshit.
No, and the only time he won, he lied. Remember that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, it was you did. It was in the basement, the first studio.
Yeah.
And we're talking and like, you know, we kind of got like, I got like maybe this much beer left and Roman's got a full beer. And he's looking at me, he's going like this. He's making this face. And he's like, what is that behind you? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what are you talking about? I look, he's like, so I start back up and he finished before me.
Nice.
Strategic.
Yeah.
Ports and that movie Airplane, I have a drinking problem, and you just throw it over your shoulder. Right? I didn't even notice.
That's right.
The guy behind you, like.
So do you still have your hops farm?
Yeah, we still live on the farm. We started a hop yard, 15, 20 years ago now, maybe. Back in, 2014, 2015, when the farm brewery legislation started coming around. Unfortunately, I don't do it much anymore, but they're still there. I mean, hops are perennial. So I'm thinking of stringing some this year and then just working with a local brewery and just doing like a wet hop or something that. Because we have a full processing facility at our farm, and it's just sitting there. And you know, sometimes because I live on the farm, so I'll look out and just be like, oh man, you know, the hops are just growing along the ground. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And they go really fast, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, you don't have poles?
We're up to a foot a day. No, we do, but you have to actively string them. So every year you have to tie a string from the top of the trellis down to the ground, and then they climb up, and you have to train certain vines, and then you have to thin them out. And I mean, growing hops is very difficult. Like anyone can grow hops, it's basically a weed, but to grow them commercially and to get commercial yield, it is a ton of work. And the money wasn't there, unfortunately. Mother Nature kicked me in the nuts a couple times.
Yeah.
COVID was not a good year, and it just like a couple years in a row, it was like, I'm not getting any younger. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I'm just picturing myself at 60 years old, out climbing up the tower 20 feet high in the air, and it's like, do I want to do this when I'm old and gray? Like maybe not. So I became the middleman. It's like distributor. You can buy as much as you want, and you can sell whatever you buy. But with a farm, you're taking all the risk, and it kind of opened my eyes to some issues with our food system these days. And farmer takes all the risk. They do all the upfront costs. They're the last person to get paid. They're the first person to get screwed.
Yeah, you're weather dependent. And you
Mother
fuck that
Nature,
way.
Mother Nature, man.
Yeah,
there's no joke.
Yeah.
I remember one year. It rained every single day in July, and around here you need to put a spray on the plants to keep the mildew at bay. And we weren't able to that year because every single day it rained. And I go out and I think we got a break in the weather. I'd go spray the plants. Hour later it rained. We lost everything, and it was just brutal.
What's the cost difference between growing your own hops and buying hops from somebody else?
Oh, you're better off just buying hops from somebody else.
Okay, so that makes more sense.
Yeah, it's a specialized skill. Like even if you're a brewer, some will grow hops in their, in a brewery because it's cool.
Or like hobby hops or something, right?
Yeah. Or home brewers will have a couple plants in their backyard, and they'll pick them off and do a wet hop. But commercial yield is a lot. You need a lot of.
I was thinking like you provide space and equipment and let the brewery grow their own hops.
Like contract hops through you?
Yeah, well, when Empire was around, I built that hop yard in front of their brewery, thinking that they were going to actually use them, and they never really did. As they went out of business right as the hop yard was coming into full yield, and it takes 3 years for hops when you put them in the ground to get commercial yield. So they folded right at about year 3, and then Myers Creek came in, and they're like, it was all Cascade, which is in your seat.
Yeah,
which is in your see. I just, as I punched my mic, Cascade's probably one of the biggest used hops around, or at least it has been. And the whole yard was Cascade, and Myers Creek came in like, we don't want Cascade, we want Comet. So we had to rip all the Cascade out, and then we put the Comet in. And they never really did anything with it, so it's kind of a bummer. But it was more of a show piece, like people driving to the brewery. Oh, there's a hop yard here.
Can you smell it?
Oh yeah,
sure,
for sure. Yeah, I mean during harvest, there's no better smell
because
in our barn.
There's over 300 types of hops, probably, right? Maybe more.
About that, probably even more now. I mean, there's new varieties coming out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you buy hop seeds from anywhere in the world and grow it here, or it has to be the kind of hops that used to this kind of climate?
So hops are actually, they grow naturally in this climate here. What are the longitude?
Well, we talked to Chong about this. It was like, we used to be a hotbed.
Like, 100 years ago, this was the spot.
Yeah.
And in fact, Belkville, it all started right around in the Belkville area. So this is a very natural place for them to grow. Our only problem here is it's wet, so we get a lot of mildew, and that's what ended up ultimately destroying the thing, the whole industry, and it moved out to the Pacific Northwest, where there's not as much moisture. But it's starting to come back now because in the Pacific Northwest you have to water them. I mean, it's a desert climate, and there's not a lot of water out there, so it's the rivers, streams, and lakes are starting to dry up. So they're kind of coming back here now.
So a western drought would really help East Coast.
Yeah. Although out west they're kind of going the proprietary route, like a lot of the larger places that are producing hops are, they're doing things like Citra. Like we can't grow Citra here because it's a proproprietary hop.
That's the piney one?
No, it's like tropical fruity.
Which one's the piney one they make a lot of the West Coast IPAs out of?
Mosaic?
Mosaic's kind of described as cat pee, which is, I hate that description, but
you smell like Mosaic, Roman.
The piney one,
it's tough because there's so many of them, but
it's, I think the old tried and true varieties are the way to go. Like the Cascades of the world are kind of coming back. There'll be a new hop, and breweries will jump on board for a little while and they'll make beers with it and it'll be great, and then it'll kind of fall out of style. And as a farmer, like, you need to know that the breweries are on board with this, because it's going to take 3 years once you put it in the ground to get something on there. So that's where contracts come in, and Cornell Cooperative now is doing a really good job helping the hop farmers in New York State particularly. They're starting a breeding program, and we found a bunch of wild hops that were just kind of growing in hedgerows for over the last 100 years. And, we kind of pulled them up and brought them to Cornell, and they're now starting to crossbreed. So they're probably in a few more years, they'll have a commercially viable product. There's one coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of incest with hops. A lot of Fulton going on there.
Cornell's got great agricultural program.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. And the trade association, Hop Growers of New York, and here is they go and they lobby Albany, and they're actually getting money now every year in the budget for this. And they obviously, it all goes to Cornell, but the breeding program is pretty exciting. It kind of puts us on the map. The USDA also has one, but most of the hops that they breed go to the Pacific Northwest because that's where it's growing. So now that we're on the map, so to speak, say something doesn't grow very well in a desert climate, and might grow better out here. So now they might give that hop to us. So it's the industry is ever evolving, and it's pretty exciting, the things that are happening here in New York State, which is pretty cool.
Can we get into the next beer?
Yeah. Oh wow, you guys are already done.
And so,
shit, I gotta
when we open the next beer, let's talk about that. I know the story. I can't remember the details of it, but let's talk about that big hops processing thing that you got from overseas. It took forever.
Yeah. So
well, we could talk about it after.
Let me grab the beer.
Let's get the next beer.
That's an interesting story, because I like big things.
I know you've told me that many times.
All right, this next beer we're gonna do is from Wayward Lane. It's called Terraform. This is a New England style IPA.
You want to rinse your glass out or no?
Nah, I'll just make sure it's totally full. So I'm just gonna pour it all in there.
I'm a real man also. Roman probably wants a napkin and shit like that.
Fuck off.
This is 6.8%, and this one won the World Beer Cup bronze in the New England style hazy category, and then took second place in the 2026 hazy category. So this is a highly decorated beer.
A dual winner.
Yeah.
We've had
Wayward Lane's great.
Man, the smell.
Kind of
right away
punches you right in the face for sure.
No, so people can they I mean, you don't have, no one can stop in your store and buy, or your warehouse?
Well, technically no. The state liquor authority doesn't allow that.
Okay. I didn't know.
Wink.
Yeah. I didn't know I don't know what you have on display, what's available.
We don't have a brick and mortar. In fact, that's one of the things I'm kind of working on. It would be kind of cool to have a brick and mortar, maybe to, for this very reason. I think, some sort of bar / restaurant, I mean, would be pretty cool, because then you can come in and try it. We have all of our beers. Can you call
it a tasting room?
Probably not, because we're not a brewery, but I mean, you are tasting beer, so
no, you're tasting beer, so just.
But it'd still be a different license. It'd still be a different license you'd need, right?
We would probably get. I mean, if I were to do it, I'd probably get a liquor license too, so people could come in there and they could have a cider, they could have a wine, they could have a mixed drink,
and then just open up to food trucks or some bullshit, so you don't have a kitchen issue.
I'm thinking a kitchen, but you want to do one thing like Clark's. We talked about Clark's earlier. They did roast beef sandwiches, right? It was like one thing, and you do it well.
Awesome.
Awesome. Tacos. Let's do tacos and
don't
beer,
have a full menu,
or roast beef sandwiches and beer, or just maybe burgers and beer. But do one thing and do it right, and then people know what to expect when they come. That's kind of what I envisioned. But
they had roast beef. You get mac and cheese or coleslaw, and you had there was like 33 beers on tap or something like that, or 30.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was my Friday early day from work.
Yeah.
We ended at lunch.
That means 11.
Yeah. We ended at lunch, and we always called it beef curtains.
But I think the issue with the restaurant in the brewery was, if there's a problem with one, it affects the other. As far as
it's basically two different businesses.
Well, if you've got them separated,
Yeah.
Because if you get in trouble, whoever comes in, the food people that come in and inspect your shit.
Food inspector.
So if they shut the food down, then they're shutting down the bar if it's one business.
Oh, right.
But if you can have them separated, they just shut down the food. You can still have the bar open.
Interesting.
Or don't fuck up and don't get shut down.
Well, who knows? It's because if you're not paying to play,
clean your tubes.
But if you're not paying to play, then there's some other scrutiny there.
That's true.
Sounds like mafia.
If I were to do it, I would love to run the bar portion of it. I think I'd be good at that. I have zero interest in the restaurant side of things. So I would want to partner with someone like, okay, you do this, I'll do this, and we bring them together.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a good business plan for you because I don't have to spend any money on it. Yeah, but we could be investors.
Oh, I love this beer. It's got an awesome, almost melon, tropical fruit aroma. This is a great beer.
That is exactly how you think it's supposed to smell. Yeah.
Interesting, because this one, I couldn't smell the smoke.
You could. You could or could not?
No, I could not.
Oh, I smell the smoke with that.
I could taste it.
Yeah.
This one, the aroma hits me first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, being a New England style IPA, it's supposed to be super hop forward. You get those aromas right off the bat. And this does
good.
not disappoint.
I smelled this though.
Both are
didn't you?
I mean,
you can smell it right now.
Yeah, I get some smoke off the
but
aroma.
see that the smoke of that and smell this can.
Yeah. Well, it's different for sure.
Right. So that aroma hits you fast. That taste, the smokiness taste is good. Is right there.
No, these guys nail it for Lower Lake for sure. But yeah, this New England IPA. Would you say it was 6.8%? Yeah. So this is. Do you get any stuff from Frequentum?
Not yet. No.
Yeah.
I would love to.
But we had a 6.8%. It was their natural flavors
IPA
line. Yeah. It was an IPA. It was a sour IPA.
Oh, nice.
It was fucking great. It was like
super complex.
It was one of the best beers we ever had.
It
really
sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Because you're like, this is amazing.
It was.
We had. You're like, woo.
We had strawberry, I think, and then they made a tangerine. Yeah.
Cool. Tangerine.
We actually went out there, like we did a podcast, like before we schedule like we do now. We just be like, hey, you're busy tonight, you have something to do. You done more long, come on over. And it was like a Thursday or something. We went out on a Saturday because they had just made it, and we got the last 4-pack, I think, of the
excellent
of those ones because, and I don't know if they made sense.
Yeah, Wayward Lane's great. These guys make a lot of one-offs, although this one it's been so popular. I think they do it over and over again, but they're located in Schoharie, New York, and I actually have a funny story about that. I did a video one time, and I called it Scuderi, and it was the biggest commented on video because I fucked it up. So people were just ripping on me like, you idiot, it's Schoharie. So I'm never going to make that mistake again.
Did I see this video that you post on Instagram or something or Facebook, and you were there? Yeah. Is it like a farm kind of?
Oh yeah, it's a really cool spot. It's a farm. It's located on a working farm. There's like chickens running around. They have
I saw that
food truck that's always there. So there's food and they don't have to deal with it. There's a stage there. In fact, they're doing a what I think they called a log jam or something coming up here pretty soon. And so they have
when Roman's constipated, it's a log jam.
But it's a cool spot. It's an awesome spot.
But these are all like Southern tier kind of.
Yeah.
Like, well, see, in the Southern tier brewery, I don't know if you do anything with them, but
no, we do not. I mean, they don't need my help.
Yeah.
They're pretty much.
You call it what? Scuderi?
Schoharie is it? And I called it Schoharie. I'm still pronouncing it.
No, it's Skull. Wait, no, I want to clarify.
He called it scoliosis.
I called it Scuderi, I think, and it was obviously wrong.
Where is it?
And people called me out on it for sure.
Schoharie?
Yeah.
So there's no D in it?
There's no L.
No, I completely butchered the name.
Schoharie, New York. So we have a friend from New Zealand, and we were passing Schenectady. And we're like, hey, Michael, what's the name of that town? He goes, Shanakdari.
Close.
My wife told me this story. So from now on, we always call the town Shanakdari.
I had a buddy who called Camillus Camillus. like Camelot, but it was Camillus. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no camel.
There's less of a camel.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy names in New York. Onondaga, like all this Indian names and things like that. It's pretty.
And that's really nice. We talk about this podcast a lot. Being in Baldwinsville. Baldwinsville got rich history, Syracuse, all these things. But we there is this sort of culture. It's pretty diverse. We talked earlier about some of these things we do with the studio, and there's a gentleman that wants to talk about that sort of local history and in a certain genre about it. But it's interesting that it's so small that you can feel safe and you can get around, but it's big enough not to be bored in.
Yeah.
And I mean specifically Baldwinsville.
Sure.
But Syracuse as a whole is very, very an eclectic mix of food and breweries and people and all kinds of different different somethings.
I think in general, general, people are very supportive and not so much protective, but proud of CNY culture.
Sure, 100%.
A lot of. So I've learned this. I moved here from Massachusetts, and people from New York City,
which you're from, right?
Tend to
Vermont originally.
Okay.
Tend to move the upstate line in different locations.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
and from New York City, everything's upstate.
Yeah.
Everything from New York City upstate. It depends on who you ask. That upstate line is so random, right?
Yeah.
Well, I consider us Central New York, and geographically we are Central New York.
It does not get any more central than Syracuse. I mean, it's
right.
It's
I think north
right
of
in the middle.
North of 90 is probably
upstate. Is more like closer to Canada border, like
Watertown.
Yeah. That's upstate. And also beautiful part of the state. So is central, so is western, so is eastern, so is downstate. New York is such a big state, but the culture here and the pride of Central New York, I think is unique. And 100%. I guess it's hard to experience other towns because you don't live there. But here, from a small town like Baldwinsville to just surrounding areas, I think it's generally very proud.
It is so
culture.
Diverse. Like you have farmland, you have mountains, you have everything, and even growing hops. Terroir is a real thing. Like growing hops, if you grow the same hop in one region and you grow it in a different region, you're going to have, in my opinion, and this is kind of a contested thing, you get two different flavors.
For sure. For soil conditions,
100%.
Absolutely.
And soil conditions, weather conditions, there's these little microclimates all over New York State near the Great Lakes. That's where they grow the apples and like the stone fruits and things like that. You're going to get the different terroir, and it's all the same state. It's like you could have different terroir, within like a half-hour drive from one another. And I think that's what gives New York its own, its own personality, and translate that into the beer, and it gets just all these different ingredients, all these different terroirs. Sky's the limit, and it's more of an art. When you're making beers, there's obviously science to it, but it's an art form as well.
But if you think about it, right? I mean, like you're out west, right? San Diego, it's fucking 75 all day, every day for the whole year.
Yeah.
I mean, we get snow, sleet, wind, rain, sun, hot, cold, like all this bullshit, and that could all be within the same week. I mean, it's sort of this weird. I mean, the people talk about New York City melting pot. We're like a melting pot of atmosphere and weather.
Yeah, right.
I mean, and it could affect it. I mean, I guess it could be bad in some cases, but
mow your lawn before it snows.
Yeah. Well, and that's I mowed my lawn when it snowed.
Yeah.
And I was in gloves, and it was fucking because I had to get it done before, because it starts snowing sometimes in October, and then it won't snow again. Sometimes it'll snow October through May or through April, but sometimes it snows in October. You don't see snow again until January, but it's bullshit weather in between that you don't need to mow because it stops growing. But it's interesting you mentioned that because there is these different sort of factors that kind of contribute to the flavor profiles you get.
Yeah. And if you look at the Finger Lakes, I mean, we have an entire region dedicated to wine.
Mm-hmm.
World-class wine too.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So what if we grow hops in the same region with wine? Like, how is that going to change the flavor?
Well, it is. I mean, it is. So there's a lot of hop farms.
Who's growing hops there?
In the wine region?
Finger Lakes.
Cheryl has and I'm blanking on
Cheryl. Come on the show, Cheryl.
My brain just forgets everything.
It's that moonshine beforehand.
Yeah, that was a shot of moonshine. That was off camera. What is her? Cobblestone hops. So she's out in the Finger Lakes region. I believe she has some sort of microclimate there, and she grows phenomenal hops.
Well, Three Brothers is out there, and Big Alice Brewery, right?
Yeah. We carry Big Alice on our site.
Yeah. Can you get this at Wegmans?
I don't think so.
Because I think I've had this before, but it either came from you or because Wegmans is close to me. So
it can be Wegmans.
I don't think
it was probably you.
Be a Wegmans here in Central New York. I know Wayward Lane does do self-distribution, so it may have been a Wegmans in the Capital Region area.
No, it was definitely, then it was you. It was either something local. Like I must have got in one of these packs. I got delivered. So,
but you guys support me, so thank you very much.
No, well, thank you. And you know, obviously what you do, but. And your packages, you got a nice package, by the way.
It's big. See how big that package is? It's so awesome.
Take that compliment. He doesn't say that.
We're talking about how sometimes things are treated shitty when they're shipped, right? I mean, but you do a good job packaging it. It comes with all this, you know, you get the coaster, the sticker, you get, you know, I'm not really sure because I don't have glasses on.
Beer of the Month Club. For $69, you get a Beer of the Month Club every month.
So what does that entail?
It's just different beers. I try to mix it up.
One beer, like 10 beers?
No, you get it's a 12-pack. For $69, you get a 12-pack. Shipping's included.
Just random beers you pick?
It is, but they're mostly seasonal. So, like, for instance, this past month was Cinco de Mayo. So I had, you know, a couple of Mexican lagers in there. But I always try to mix up. People love their IPAs, so there's always an IPA in there. I try to put, you know, maybe like a sour or like a fruit beer in there just to kind of mix it up. But it's different every single month. I've never had a repeat beer, and we've been doing this for 2.5 years now.
Yeah, so it's important to mention that you're not stagnant inventory and selection.
Oh, no, we're constantly getting new beers. We pick new breweries up. You know, some breweries fall off for whatever reason, so we're constantly getting new things. And most of them are the smaller guys around New York State because we just want to help those. Yeah, we want to help the little guy.
Well, and that's sort of our business model. These big production, they don't give a fuck about us, right? They don't care. Like Budweiser, these people. I mean, whatever people think of them, fine. But they don't give a shit if we drink their beer or not, right? Yeah. But we try to help out people because we're small. Also, we're both small business owners. We're all three are small business owners. Yeah, you know, so that's important to us as well.
100%.
Yeah,
love it.
I want to ask you about IPAs. Why is IPA so popular? Is it trendy or like? What made it so?
I mean, the trend has been going on. At this point, yeah,
I'm just wondering,
like,
there's so many other good, tasteful beers. Why is IPA the most popular?
That is a really good question. I don't know if I've ever really thought about that, but I think people, especially when I sell at, you know, like a farmer's market or something like that, I get a lot of people coming up and, you know, trying different beers, and you hear a lot of opinions. And I think, the IPA has a flavor profile that's kind of in your face, right? So if you're trying a little sample, you know, and it's say a lager or something, you're like, okay, this is good. It tastes like beer, you know, and it's nothing that you're going to be wowed about. But then you try an IPA and you're like, oh wow, like this. Either it's the bitterness that kind of punches you in the face, or you're like, holy cow, this smells like a bouquet of flowers or something like that. It's a little more, you know, sensitive or sensory heavy maybe. But I'd say the IPA is a good 60% of our sales.
Like this beer.
How much? 60?
60, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Like this wasn't an IPA, but it's a wild beer.
But because you get the smell, but we get the smell. You smell it.
It was the smoke, right? So it's like it's not just a regular lager.
But I think
it's a smoked lager.
Just as much as you can experiment with IPAs with flavors, you can do as much with other. I mean, this is lager. You said?
Yes.
I've had lager that wasn't smoked or maybe had different flavor. I mean, you can play around with different beers the same as IPAs.
True.
And I get like session IPAs. That can be, the turnaround time on that is what, 2 weeks? Maybe less?
Yeah, about
right?
2 weeks.
So I get that part. So it's like it's a faster brewing beer. But I always wondered like why IPA is so popular. Is it
it's evolved too.
Hipsterish? Is it like...
It's evolved too. So I think like the IPA, if you think, you know, maybe 10, 15 years ago, I don't know if you guys remember the bitterness wars where like they tried to just pack as many IBUs or, you know, IBUs is a measure of bitterness. And there were upwards of, you know, I think like 150, you know, IBUs. And that, by the way, I believe is impossible, but you know, that was a thing. And when you drank it, it was just like punch you straight in the mouth, you know, like, holy crap, this thing is so bitter. And that was the cool thing. But this day, you could not get away with that. If someone were to come out with a, punch you in the face IBU beer, it probably wouldn't sell well. So, and then it went the exact opposite. The New England style IPA came out, which had 0 IBUs. It was all aromatics, kind of like this. You get some, nice tropical fruit notes. And now I think it's kind of leveled out in the middle where you get the tropical fruit notes, but yet there's still some bitterness in it. So it's kind of like East Coast meets West Coast. And then that's kind of, I believe, where we are now. So to me, they're completely different beers. The punch you in your face IBUs to the New England style, yes, they're IPAs, but they're two completely different things.
Well, if you think about it, right, the craft beer boom, when did that start? 25 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever it is, But I think the negative kind of thing associated with beer was just this plain, because at the time it was just production beer. It was just all this kind of, you might get a little bit of, different taste for Coors Light, Bud Light, all these things, right? But there wasn't this sort of whole genre of all these different mixes. You can mix hops, you can mix these, you can, do these things. So people, I think, like that you can now have a beer that doesn't just taste like water that's going to get you drunk.
Yeah.
Or give you a buzz, whatever feeling you're getting from it. But you can get these sours, you can get all these different kinds, these Mexican lagers.
Anything under the sun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just insane.
But this, for me, I think people like this because, I mean, an IPA is, going to be 6 to 7.5% ABV, somewhere around there, right? But the bang for your buck, if you're going to spend that much on this or spend that much on a 4% beer, you might as well just get the 7% beer and drink less of it,
Right,
But
right.
I mean, that's if you want to get, buzz quickly, I guess.
Well, who doesn't want to get buzzed, Roman?
No, but
somebody drinks beer to fucking just
but I drink beer not just to get the buzz, but I'm drinking beer because I'm enjoying the flavors.
Yeah, and
it's like an experiment.
It's been, a trend over the last year or so, lower ABV beers and lagers. So I think people are going back to beer flavored beer, maybe a little less punch you in the face, more balance, which is, I think, why Lower Lake is killing it right now. Is they're kind of hitting that, what's
back
popular.
To the basics,
and as much as I love to get a buzz on, if I'm out, at like dinner or something like that, I kind of want to have a few beers,
right.
And maybe I have to drive my kids home or something. So like maybe have a lower.
Yeah, I mean,
ABV.
I'm fucking around. I don't need to get drunk either. I mean, even at home, like, I mean.
Didn't you bring the shots out? Didn't you bring the shots out?
They're actually coming back, by the way. They're going to make a return visit here. But.
No, but so you said craft beer industry started 25 years ago or so?
There was always probably before that, but the boom, because it grew really quick.
But what did it grow from? I was going to say, home brewers started first, and they're like, oh, geez, people like this.
It was like the American way to brew beer. I mean, if you're in Germany, they have the purity laws where
there's only 3.
You can only do certain things.
You can only have 3 ingredients.
But here in America, we threw that out the window, right? Let's throw everything in the kitchen sink in this beer, and it just led to this crazy creativity. So I think what really started it was people were sick of grandfather's Budweiser, hey, let's do something else, but it's not commercially available. So let's make it ourselves. And then, oh, hey, Joe, you're making great beer. I think you should go commercial. So most of the brewers that are, probably brewing a lot of these beers we have on the table right here started out as home brewers, and their buddies were like, hey, good job. You should do this commercially. Some people are, business people, others not, but it's that's where we're at now, and there's just so much variety out there, and it's
and people
really
continue to create new things from. There is American Homebrewer Association, by the way. So anyone who's interested to follow, we had someone on our show that is a member, correct?
Yeah, but that's just shared beer. You can't sell it. I mean, there's no licensing. There's none of this stuff, which is kind of bullshit to me, by the way. But
that's where you get to go to these events, the American.
They have festivals and stuff,
events, festivals, and actually try these beers that are so. If I was a brewer, and I want to grow my brewery, I would go to those events, and I would partner up with somebody like, holy fuck, this beer is good. Let's partner up. You want to make money off of this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you do that?
100%.
It's just like, if I get the pride, but like work with some of the little guys, continue inventing new beers, new flavors, that's how you keep this alive. That's how you grow, and that's how you get people from the roots of the business, the association or whatever, and just like pull those guys out and grow up and from the roots to the fruit, right?
Yeah. From the roots to the fruits.
Yeah, I like it.
But you kind of got the inside lane. I mean, like we've talked about this previously. There's these all the brewers now, right? But there's I'm sure behind the scenes there's like, this guy's a dick. Nobody likes that guy. But like, but like for the most part, like it's kind of a shared information thing. And and you've got to cut costs. What's that?
And that was my attraction to the industry. Is I have a software background. I used to write code back in Boston, and it was cutthroat. I mean, if you had to sign an NDA just to get a interview with another company, and fast forward to today, I'm working with breweries, and it's like high tide rises all ships, right? Yep. And people help each other out. Hey, what did you put in there? How did you do that? How did you achieve this flavor? And everyone is just an open book, and it's like us versus Budweiser,
That's right.
And it's awesome.
But there's a little bit of horse trading too, right? Like I need 10 pounds of Citra. Well, I got 15 pounds of Mosaic. Let's swap it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, now there's fighting for shelf space, but that's kind of why I'm on the internet. Shelf space is infinite, so you don't really experience that. But it's just a really cool community, and people share and they care. And I remember what was the brewery that burned down a couple years ago? There was a brewery in the Albany area that had a fire and they lost everything. And the whole community rallied around them. I think everyone brewed like a beer with a certain name and they gave, proceeds to these guys. And now they're flourishing in the Albany area. And it's just such a cool, that's just a heartwarming story, and that's awesome. And that's why I'm in this. The software thing was not meant to be.
Well, like you said, it's the software thing. There's like zero emotional or mental connection for you. Yeah. I mean, this one you get to talk to people, you get to see the passion.
Yeah.
Here's your job, do it, and don't talk to anybody about it. Don't share your information.
What really did it for me is one day I was just sitting there like, if the power goes out, like I'm fucked. Like I don't have a job. Like what is it? What am I actually building here? It just lives virtually in the cloud. And if the power goes out, I'm worthless. So that's when I decided to get into farming. Like, at least I can grow something. I can put something on the ground and physically touch it. Completely different.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to look out, for the future, and that's I think what evolution is. I mean, that's how this came out. Like there's always ale, there's always some sort of alcohol back in the Viking days, all this bullshit. But I'm sure it was just fucking basically piss water.
Yeah,
it might have been recycled piss. I don't fucking know. But
fucking
then
Vikings.
Yeah, fucking Vikings. But that's just kind of how it evolves. Like from there, like, and then you get mead and all this other bullshit, and then not bullshit. I like mead, by the way.
Well, people thinking, beer's going through a tough time right now, and it's all doom and gloom from some people, but honestly, I don't think it is. Like beer's not going anywhere, man. Like people drink beer, they're always going to drink beer. I mean, it might be.
It's a bell curve, right? You're kind of down here.
Yeah. Maybe we're going through a little valley right now, but there'll be a peak coming soon, and beer's not going to go anywhere. People saying, oh, seltzers. And remember when seltzers was just going to take over everything? Those are kind of going by the wayside. Now it's RTDs or ready to drink beverages, or beverages.
CBD, right?
The marijuana drinks. Although I do like those. Those are good. But it's you can't have 5 of them, or at least I can't. I can have 5 of these, but it's and even the what do they call them, the beverages and the vodka sodas. They like come
what's
out.
What's that called? Trulies or not the Truly? High Noon.
Yeah. Beverages like that, people that are trying to, maybe cut calories or something like that, or they don't like beer for whatever reason. They're like, oh, it's all cutting into beer. Yes, but they're still there.
There's enough to go around.
Yeah, there is enough to go around. And also, I think people say like young kids aren't drinking these days. I think they are. They're just not drinking as much. Maybe they're actually listening to the public service announcements, like "Don't binge drink, kids." And
but that's
listening to it.
That's
now,
okay
maybe.
To do if you've got 1,000 kids just drinking 1,000 beers, or you've got 100 kids drinking 10,000 beers. Like it's okay.
Yeah,
you're still gonna make it up, right?
Yeah. I mean, back when I was young, we would binge, you know. But I don't think that's happening.
We had the
anymore,
kegs. What was the beer balls? We had beer balls.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's what the college is for, is to get kids on the beer. And off you go.
It's to train your liver for future impediments.
That's like cheap beer. For me, it was like you could. What's the cheapest thing on the shelf?
But it's the introduction to beer.
Yeah, natty light, natty light,
can't
or something.
Afford hard liquor.
But up until
Keystone Light, I think. Was mine.
Keystone.
Up until we started this, it was 3 years in March, right?
Yeah.
I never heard of a sour beer. Didn't even know what the fuck it was. But then we started that fucking milkshake. Yoda's sperm
lactose beer.
What was it?
It was called. There was Sith sauce. It was like a sour.
It was by R&R.
Who makes
R&R or RAR something.
RAR, maybe RAR.
RAR.
I mean, they had other good beers, but
was it good?
No, mine was good.
Okay.
But Roman had this blue one. It looked like, I called it Papa Smurf's cum.
Yeah.
Well, we called it Yoda's breast milk.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Same thing. But but like the lactose beers are just not. They weren't for us. I mean, it's like it's like a milkshake.
Yeah, and those actually are pretty popular. I was talking about farmers markets earlier, and like the more punch you in the face, like because you're only getting a small sip at when you're kind of tasting them, and those do well.
They probably do
with females too. I don't want to generalize here, but the females tend to really like the sour beers, and I wouldn't even call them a beer. Some of them are milkshakes. And
but
it's like not beer at all. It doesn't taste like beer. It's it's a malted fermented beverage, but it's not necessarily a beer.
For women who breastfeed, beer is good for them.
Yeah,
what?
That's what I no.
No, it's true.
But that goes into the baby's mouth, right?
No, it's
or
true.
yours.
It helps. It helps with
lactating.
Yeah, like with more milk for
producing.
the baby.
That's what my mom used to drink a half a Heineken a day, I guess. And only half.
And look
only half. Yeah, look how healthy I am. Bam.
But it was only out of the right side of her mouth, so but I was getting back to sours. The sours are relatively popular, not
for sure,
not IPA level. But I had never heard.
That might be.
I don't know. I mean, how much are sour sales for you?
A lot, actually. Yeah. Bullfinch Dave over here in Syracuse.
Well, even Tim did it too.
Phenomenal. Yeah. Tim's are more, they're
were
barrel aged or were. Yeah. We still have some on the site. Go to drinknycraft.com.
You won't be disappointed. Yeah.
But Dave makes the kettle sours, and they sound, or they. It's like a raspberry pie or something like that, and or like a key lime pie.
Key lime pie,
They're so
and it tastes just because we had that
just like a pie.
It's
crazy.
We went on a vacation together with our families, not just me and Roman. It was one bed, but we brought some of that key lime pie from Dave. He doesn't fuck around. Like he's been on the podcast, but he's talked about his history and the whole where's he at? In the mall.
Right in the mall, and then he's over at,
but what was that place beforehand?
Oh, it was Gordon Beer.
Yeah. So he built that, right? Yeah.
Yep. And it's a cool story. It's like a full circle story. Yeah.
No, but that was good. He does really good with that stuff, and he's found his niche, and he's expanding, and we talk about how the industry might be a little difficult now, but you again are on the inside, sort of.
Shout out to Dave. Here. Dave actually just won an American Beer Cup beer for it. Forgetting the beer now. It was like a Christmas spice beer or something like that.
Was that at the Beer Awards?
No, it was not at New York State. It was actually at World Beer Cup. So it's even bigger. Like
was it
New York
Colorado?
State,
Where the fuck that was?
Yeah. It's national. So that's really cool news. And Andy won a beer at I'm forgetting which beer it is now. Sorry, Dave. At the New York State Brewers Association. Well,
okay.
So, he's been winning some pretty decent.
Yeah, he does.
Lately.
He doesn't fuck around. He's good at it.
Yeah. He's been doing it for
key lime pie. When I first tried it, I'm like, how the fuck did you make beer taste exactly like I'm eating key lime pie?
Yeah, you can taste the crust.
Yeah, we were drinking your pie. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was good for him. He knocked it out of the park.
But we did a remote podcast in Pennsylvania on this vacation I was talking about, and we had that. And you had it before, and then he brought some with him.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we really don't have,
but that is lactose in it.
But a small amount. Like this is not thick.
It's the sweet, because when you put sugar into the alcohol will or the yeast will ferment it out. So you needed unfermentable sugar, and that's what lactose is.
Well, and scientists have said, generally as a gender, anything that has milk has pie.
What fucking scientist said that? Everything you hear on this podcast, fact check.
but yeah, he's good. I mean, and if you're not making good beer, you're just out of business, right? Yeah. So like everything you're selling, people are around because it's good beer to someone. Yeah. You know
that lactose we tried.
It was thick.
Thick. I mean, it's like milk.
Yeah, you could
like we could have drank with a spoon. You know.
Yeah, like it was. Good, yes. You must have seen these cans. It was like all these Star Wars characters, but they're like miniature.
Fucking great can art.
Yeah. They're like.
But I mean, and it's probably good to someone, but that's probably the first lactose beer we ever had. But I'm like, I don't want to chew my beer.
I think it was the only beer. Well, it was only that Yoda one that we actually had to pause because I couldn't drink it.
It's the only beer we've never. It's the only beer we've never finished.
Yeah, you had to pause the recording.
Yeah. Like, we actually like
dump it out.
I was like, dude,
he's like, let's take a break here, and he's like, I can't fucking do it.
I was like, I can't do it. I tried, but the funny part is, their other lactose beers were good. It's just the flavor of that one was.
You can overdo it.
You
can overdo it. I mean, I'm not a sweet person either. I mean, Dave's beers are cool just because they have.
Is that your website?
Unique. Untapped? No.
Oh, I saw the yellow.
Halftime beverage. That's the.
No, it was out of order. It was out of order.
Okay, cool. Order. I've never had this one before. I'm gonna have to check this
out.
The
Sith sauce was good. The one that I had.
Around.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't RAR. It was
where is that?
Oh, that is RAR, right?
Yeah. RAR.
Well, what's out of order mean?
Out of order, I think is the line for the Star Wars characters.
That the Sith sauce was good, but it was basically like a I mean the Yoda's breast
Maryland. They're from Maryland.
So you wouldn't carry that. They're no New York bullshit.
Yeah, we're at this point in time we're.
How would we have gotten this then?
I don't know.
We bought it at a store somewhere.
Or maybe Wegmans to bring in Maryland,
or a local bottle shop. Sure. The branching out bottle.
Branching
shop.
Out, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, but that's what it was. Yeah, I mean, but the Sith sauce was like an icy from like Burned Dairy.
Yeah, Mortalis does some milkshake, sours this way. I don't even like calling them sours because some of them they're not even sour. It's just like super sweet.
Well,
but
I think
they're so thick.
I think Mortalis calls theirs not sour. What's another word for those?
Go fuck yourself.
Milkshakes. They kind of call them milkshake.
No. There was another word.
Roma's milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Is that? I can charge you. But, I can teach you, but I have to charge. Forgot the lyrics.
I don't know.
There's another word. It's not sour.
Bitter.
Fuck. They make a mango one.
Yeah.
Fruited sour.
No, there's a different word for sour type beer.
Smells like.
Yeah,
it's bothering me.
I mean, some of them now aren't even sour. It's just, I wish they came up with a different name for them because there's no sour component to them. It's just super sweet.
But even again, not to generalize, like you mentioned earlier, but I think a lot of females, maybe, this is my theory, I don't know, but I think they don't like beer, calling it beer, because it's considered you see these rowdy young people or man, like bullshit, like whatever it is.
Sure.
So now you can have these sort of seltzers or fruited sours or some other thing. Like I'm not. It's not derogatory. I don't care what you want to drink, but I think there's a lot that's said about perception.
Yeah.
I found out.
What is that?
Gozy.
Oh, Goza.
Okay. Yeah. So that's
not Emily Gozy.
Sour.
That's another sour type.
It's
right?
It tends to be lower ABV. They like put some salt in it. That's
not sour.
A great
though,
style.
Right?
I would call that more sour than say like a Mortalis beer.
Yeah.
I don't remember that
because it's got that tang. It's got that bitterness tang to it.
I like that.
Yeah. There's one from Kingston Standard. We have
last year's winner, right?
Goza. Yeah, last year's Best of Show Kingston Standard. We have a Goza beer from them. It's in a bottle and it's
Goza. That's what it is.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I think we were texting last year and you had mentioned they won. I try to watch these things on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
But we had that something with love. What was the name of the word?
Love Is Overtaking Me was the actual.
Yeah, and it's like the sailor kissing the lady or something.
Yeah.
But we had that on our podcast like 2 weeks before those awards.
No way. Really?
And we're like, this is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is fucking
and
great. Then they won it. Like,
we went to some beer fest. They were there. Then we go up to them, and
it was probably the Craft Brewers Festival at Landmark.
Oh yeah.
Did we see you at? Were you there this year?
I was.
I don't know if we saw you.
I don't think I can remember back that far.
It's fucking November.
I know. I don't think so. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got a lot of beers fast. They all kind of blend into one.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. We saw them, and then but like 2 weeks before, because at that time we were recording episodes that were released within 5 days.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of backlogged now, but that was interesting that happened.
Yeah. 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 They're making good beers there.
Because there's another place so that's how I got it mixed up, because that was Kingston Brewing, right? And then
Kingston Standard.
Yeah. So
in Kingston, New York, yeah.
But who is
KCBC?
Yeah.
Kings County Brewers Collective.
That's right.
Out of Brooklyn.
So we saw them at Fire and Ice.
Cool.
Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we had your beer. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, oh, you won this. Like, no, I'm like, I don't know. Fucking, I mean, we were drinking a long time.
No, actually, you got one of those beers in your box that you just bought from us. There's a Salu, S-A-L-U, with an accent.
Oh, Salute. Yeah. Salute.
Yeah. So you actually have that in your box.
But this was last year. I thought that their beer had won something else, but it was Kingston Standard because it's like KC.
Yeah.
I was half in the bag because it happens.
Wasn't us.
It happens, people. No, she was nice enough about it.
Yeah.
But when your liver's as conditioned as mine, you fuck things up. Whatever. Let's finish this one. So Chad was kind enough to bring these beers for us, and we've got the 12 pack plus the 4 bonus pack of the New York State winners.
Mm-hmm.
I did not expect you to bring these, so thank you. Because we were going to drink all those together, but we would have all had separate ones.
You can save them for off camera.
Or we would have shared. Like we had to do Lady and the Tramp or something because there's only one of each.
Do you mind if we pause really quick? All right, we're back, guys.
Roman's got a tiny peener.
Much needed break.
Why were you fucking peeking Tom? What's the
peeping?
Peeping Tom?
Peeking Tom. Like what the fuck?
Same shit. Shut up, Dre.
You couldn't even say it. So we've got.
What do we got here?
So we've got this Lock One Distilling Waldron, FH Waldron.
Lock One, shout out.
What did I say? I said Lock One, right?
Yeah.
So we've had this a bunch of times on here, but Nate and Mike were on here. So we're gonna try this, but then we also brought out the moonshine because you alluded to that. So once you talk about it, you got to bring it out, right?
Sure.
So
that's water, by the way. That's not moonshine.
Yeah, it's just
cheers.
This is good. This is the aged 10 years.
These are, by the way, just tasting little tiny shots. That's what you get.
That is very tasty.
It's fucking good.
Super smooth. Wow. 10 years?
Yeah. And then
impressive.
I mean,
good work, Lock One.
I just swallowed that because I swallow a lot of stuff. And like it's just working its way down right now. Like, I mean, I can feel it right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be pregnant and like, I might be giving birth. It just gets sideways, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is good stuff. I mean, so this
What's
is
the name of that again?
Yeah, limited edition, aged 10 years. This is yeah, you're right, Roman. This is bottle 4 of 75.
Yeah, there's only 75 bottles.
Nice. So I got to see if there's another one available because I'm gonna buy it because we bought this like I don't know, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever it was, and we're like, oh, it's only gonna be special occasions. It's down here right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's for a young bottle. That's
you asked the name. It's Waldron. Is this their grandfather?
That's his FH, right?
Is this it?
Yeah. Kevin, Brendan, and I forget his brother's name, or his cousin's name. So.
Bourbon whiskey.
But they call it cognac, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's cognac.
I've been trying to get into whiskeys more. There's it's such a huge world that I know nothing about.
Yeah.
And there's so much there. It's kind of like craft beer where there's, American craft beer where you can go in any different direction. Cocktails, different, styles of booze. It's a whole nother world. And
or just take
neat.
that liquor and the different mixes you can do with it.
Yeah.
So you could do like a whiskey thing for your business, but this is, drink New York craft beer, DNYC.
Mm-hmm.
Drink New York cognac.
DNYC. Yeah, there we go. Multiple meaning.
Right.
I love it.
Oh, speaking of Lock One, and we talked about Dave Bullfinch. he carries Luck One.
Dave Bullfinch
at his bar.
I think he has Old Home too. He does. He supports the local New York, which I love. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Good job, Dave.
To all these guys.
And who was this other place that we were talking about with Stephanie when Stephanie was on? Cellar and Wine or something.
I don't know.
A newer place that's selling whiskey now, or they're a distiller.
We'll have to
Wine and Cellar and Wine.
Her, I don't know.
Whatever. Well, I'll figure it out. But so we'll have the moonshine in a minute. But
Chad, let's open the next beer.
Yes.
Oh, I'll finish this one again, I guess. Roman.
Yeah. Because
you got to catch up, man.
No, it's no problem. Did I tell you I didn't eat ketchup? I didn't eat ketchup for like 8 years because I found out onion powder in it. I hate onions.
Really?
Yeah, so I just quit drinking.
The only person I know that hates onion this much.
I love onions.
I know.
I love garlic.
It's such an aromatic.
He's fucking 12 years old.
Like I cook everything with onions.
I know.
All right. So this one is Strange Bird. Strange Bird is from Rochester. This is Unfettered Soul. This got a gold medal in the 2026 New York State Brewers Association competition and the Hazy Double IPA.
Ooh, this is going to be like an 8%, right?
It's
a World Beer Cup
7.5, which this one was considered a hazy, and it was 6.8. So there's not much difference between the two, but this one is called a double. But Strange Bird is making some excellent beers.
World Beer Cup in 2024. They got bronze.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Who is this? So is this the gentleman that's got is he tall with like a big black beard?
He's
we see him all the time, and I can't remember what brewery they're from.
Forgetting his name.
But he's at all these festivals we go to.
Yeah. Great dude, making some great brews. They actually have a female brewer too on staff, which is rare. Do
you know her name?
I can't.
You may, but I'm asking because I can't remember the other girl's name that I said was at Community Beer Works.
Yeah,
it was a unique name. Like it's not like Jen or Tracy. It's like
right.
So this one is 55 IBU.
Okay, so it's going to have some bitterness to it. Yeah.
This says free to be and understrained. Hazy Double IPA, flying higher than most. Grain, 2-row, golden, promise, pills, wheat, and oats. Hops, Mosaic, Galaxy, and Simcoe.
Simcoe, yeah. Simcoe. Are these guys? So I think Samco. Samco, wasn't it? What the fuck? The show with the gangster show on TV. Motherfucker.
That's so many.
We've had a lot.
No, the motorcycle gang.
Oh, Chips?
No, that's not a gang.
That was like Police, maybe the exact opposite of
John Baker. Yeah, what the fuck, man?
That was the first thing that popped into my head.
No, it was the guy with the lady that was the wife on Married with Children. It was the mom. Chips.
Oh yeah.
And the dad died, and then the son took over.
Sons of Anarchy.
Jax.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yes. Wasn't it Samco?
Not sure.
What the Chips? No, it was like San Antonio Motor Corporation, but it wasn't San Antonio because that's not California.
Fucking good. Motorcycle gang Chips.
Are these guys? Do these guys have a presence in New York City?
I'm sure they do. They said Strange Bird is a pretty recent hype brewery, and they're I think they're in some distribution. Yeah. But if you are in Rochester and you happen to go by Strange Bird, it is a great place. They have phenomenal food there. It's a great beer scene.
They got their own kitchen?
Yeah. They do food there. Their food's phenomenal. It's a large place. It is a really and pretty much every beer you can get there, and they do pretty much all styles. They, you can get a good lager there. They do one beer called Bird Light, all the way to these. Bird Light. Yes. Unfettered Soul. This one's an IPA. They're all good. They're
Chips.
all good. Chips. They do not do a beer called Chips. He's still tripping.
And this is without any cognac or moonshine. With Frank Poncherello?
You can make
John Baker.
It's all good, man. It's like there was a gang, right? It was a police gang, right?
Chips.
I love that show, man.
Police Academy? Was it Police Academy?
I knew exactly what you meant, and then you said Chips, and I fucking lost it.
All right. Great show.
Oh gosh, yeah, both good shows, both Chips and Sons of Anarchy. Actually, my wife was pregnant in the hospital, and we binged like an entire 2 seasons of Sons of Anarchy.
Nice.
I binged Game of Thrones when I had my gallbladder out, and I was taking Percocets. I'm like, what the fuck?
Do you remember any of it?
I remember all of it, but I'm like, I gotta stop doing this. Like, it was like 8D without the glasses on. I was like, I felt it was like right here, like I'd see blood a bit, like licking my face. It was fucked up. So I quit taking those for a day. Well, I only took them for a day, and then I stopped taking.
He stopped taking those so he could finish the episode.
No, I got a freezer full of like these because I've had multiple knee, shoulder, all these surgeries. I don't take the pain meds, until just after because you're in pain. But then I just don't take them. So I keep them in the refrigerator.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, well, I keep them so that I can use them whenever I don't have pain.
Yeah. Just in case,
right? Just in case
he gives them to his dog.
Yeah, pain. Like when you burn my hot dog, I'm like, oh, this is fucking painful. It's fucking, yeah. Or like a dry finger in the ass. I'll take a Percocet.
Oh boy.
So this is good. This is very similar to the other one.
Mm-hmm. Looks darker, right?
Yeah, very hazy.
This one's a little bit darker. Heavier. This a little heavier. Yeah.
What was the hops in this one?
It's a little weight to this.
Do you know?
I don't know. Roman?
Anyone
got reading glasses? I'm too old to read that cat.
West Coast style.
What's the hops though? Like,
I'm looking. Not every brewer discloses that.
Did you say Simcoe? This got Mosaic, Galaxy, and Simcoe.
Yeah,
this one does. So thanks for your input, Roman.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, Mosaic got and then the first one had doesn't say.
The Wayward Brewing.
Yeah,
we got paperwork here.
Yeah. So do we want to talk
tasting notes, man?
You want to talk about some things on here?
Sure. So you actually bought we made a special box that has all the gold medal winners for the New York State Brewers Association. It was a 12-pack. We're no longer selling this particular pack, but we still have another one that has award-winning beers. What are we calling it? I think it's like the gold or the medal round or something like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this one is probably one of the cooler ones we've ever put together. So Wild East.
They won, right? The whole thing?
Yeah. So it was actually Schwarzbier won the best of show, which a Schwarzbier is like a lager type beer, which is pretty cool. And it kind of shows you the trend that beers are, going towards a little lighter.
I don't see many lambics win anything.
No, I don't think I've seen a lambic win, although they are good.
Yeah.
But there's all sorts of good ones on here. There's a smoked lager, double IPA, Goza, American lager, stout, hazy, farmhouse saison, brown, wheat, pilsner, and hazy. So you guys are gonna love this box.
Yeah, your uncle would like the brown, like the Cigar City that he had before.
Okay.
That's a brown ale.
Yeah, Cigar City's out of Tampa, Florida.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They do Highlight too. That's a good IPA.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't think I've had any of their IPAs.
The Highlight, if you get a chance, is pretty good.
Who's the brewery in the Rome area, like Copper
City?
Yeah. They make a brown ale too. That's pretty good.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I think we have one from Willow Rock on the site. That's pretty good. I think they call it Jim Brown.
Oh yeah. Good for them. Yeah. Willow Rock makes some good stuff. I mean, all these places really that are around. I mean, they're around because they make good stuff. Like if they fail, it's not because they're not making good beer. It's a business issue and probably not even because they ran the business wrong. It's just an industry sort of, consumer.
Yeah.
Can we touch on that? Can we get your opinion on that? Since you deal with a lot of brewers.
Yeah. I mean, in these days, let's fast forward, or let's rewind to like 10 years ago. You could be a brewery in just a town and make shitty beer, and people come in there and actually drink it.
And this was at the height. Like this is when there's like 580 breweries.
Yeah. And you could be making bad beer and people will still show up, But nowadays, the bar is making phenomenal beer. Like,
so let's go back to that time really quick. Is it because of social life? Is it because it was an outlet for people to just kind of get together and hang out?
Yeah, I think it was just a phenomenon.
So if the beer is shit and people still show up and drink, what's the aspect of it?
Is it strippers? People didn't really know. Yeah, strippers. there was like you had to do the handshake and the door knock.
Yeah,
and
like
get into the back.
The speakeasy, right?
Yeah, Speakeasy.
Chips is the password.
But I think it was like, I don't think people knew, I don't think Chips. I don't think people knew, it's like people, their palates weren't really ready for what it was.
But it was new. It was also new.
Yes, it was a new phenomenon. It was like a thing that you went to. You would go, to the actual brew, the brew house, and this is where they make the beer, and it was like a thing. Where now it's just, it's kind of old news. So the bar is you have to make good beer. If you're not making that, then you're done. And now there has to be a draw. Food, absolutely.
Bands,
like for me, I have a 10 and a 12-year-old, and I go out. And they're not going to drink beer. And they've been in more breweries than most adults, and if there's no food there, then they're not going to have a good time. And that's kind of sad to say, but the food helps. And then, you need a draw. It can't just be, food and beer. Like maybe, I don't know, you can do trivia nights, although that's a little overplayed.
Live bands.
Yeah. Although what I'm really excited about here in Syracuse, Underground Beer Lab, which you guys are going to be collaborating with here pretty soon, which is exciting. They're moving into a new spot, which they just announced, and
that's East Syracuse.
They're in East Syracuse. I think it's still in East Syracuse. They're going to move down the road a little bit.
Well, you know where they're going, right?
Yeah, there's a new spot off of.
It's on Thompson or something.
Off of Thompson.
Yeah,
and it has a bowling alley near it, so it's like. Right there, so it's like that's a draw, right?
It's got a bowling alley inside the place.
No.
Well, they don't own it, but it's like right there, so you can go there and get your beer and go bowling. It's like that's a draw.
You're familiar with Anthony from Drink
sure
Eat Local NY because I saw. So I think this place is going to be next to him.
No.
On Walter?
No. It's down the street from him. It's not. It's past Wegmans. Then you got to go into East Syracuse.
So it's on the east side or the west side?
West side.
So that's away from Syracuse. That's Eastwood.
Yeah, away from Eastwood, yeah.
So it's going to Eastwood, not East Syracuse. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But they're going to have an outdoor space. There's going to be a bowling alley there. And these are the things that I think you need to get people in. Like, what's your draw? Like, how are you going to distinguish yourself? Mm-hmm. There's so many breweries. New York is the second most breweries in the entire country.
Who's first? North Carolina?
California.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have thought North Carolina.
They like kick our ass. I think they have like 900 or something like that. I don't remember. And we have a little over 500. But it's the second most breweries in the entire country. So
like water quality.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's a lot there, but it's like, but what's your draw? Like, why am I going to go to your brewery? What are you going to do for me? And it's
also what's around it. Can we go hang out there and then have beers over there later?
Finger Lakes and places like that have a much more draw. Location, which
is shocking because the draw you're talking about is largely dependent on our environment and our climate. Like we get some pretty shitty fucking 5-6 months a year, and we're still second biggest.
What I've heard about Finger Lakes, why there aren't that many brewers or restaurants, is because of this sewage systems.
Really?
Yeah, so I forgot who we.
No, I think it's a discharge of your brewing process.
Yeah, like
not the waste from pooping.
Yeah, there's nothing there's no system that can support that kind of discharge.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
There's a lot of water waste. Yeah, there's a lot of water waste. Yeah, unfortunately.
But thank you. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying that like around this area, we have water. It's not like we're in the Pacific Northwest.
I think we're considered the best tasting water in the country.
We're under the biggest aquifer in the country or the world, maybe like underneath us. So it's like we're in a good spot.
I went to Florida.
I'm not moving anywhere, man.
Years ago, and I'm drinking water. This is no good. I'll just get something. I'll get some soda with ice, and I drink that, and it tastes the same because the ice is made out of shitty water. I'm like, just give me soda with no fucking water or no ice.
Yeah. I mean, just to have good tap water.
Yeah.
Just that alone is like it should be essential for anybody in the world.
Well, Skinny Alice Lake is really clean,
and for making beer too. Yeah, especially. I mean, they're known. Well, it's funny. I think between Skinny Alice and is it Onondaga Lake? It's like the most polluted.
Well, Onondaga was the most polluted.
Onondaga's polluted.
It's not anymore.
Alice is not polluted.
No, I don't.
Skinny Alice is clean. It's like one of the most clean lake. And
but Onondaga was
one of the most polluted
in the country,
and they're right there next to one.
But they spent so much money. Allied did on, or whoever owns Allied now. They cleaned it up.
No, I think that was
Honeywell. Honeywell, I think, bought Allied, but yeah.
I mean, Skinny
people
Alice
fish
is
there, man. I see people fishing on that lake
because you can get like 3 heads in one body. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's like a Simpsons fish. Blinky, is that his name?
Well, just to be clear,
I think there's a jet in that fucking lake.
Let's make it clear.
I think so. They did an aerial shot.
Skinny Alice Lake and Onondaga are not near each other. Yeah. They're 45 minutes away driving.
Okay, dude, the water does not flow from one to the other, people.
No,
well, they're near each other. If you scroll out and you look down from a satellite, it looks like they touch, but it's
depends how far away you are from Earth.
Yeah, Skinny Alice is awesome. Going there, you can see, like when you're out on like boat or something, you can see down on the bottom.
You can see it. Oh yeah,
and that's where Syracuse gets the water. So Underground Beer Lab, Willow Rock, all these places use all that water, and that's.
But even UBL, like with a bowling alley, so like you talk about an attraction, like that is an indoor sport, or if people call it a sport, I don't know, but like activity.
It's a drinking sport,
right? Well, anything you could do with one hand and a beer in the other, like darts. Yeah, that's all. You know, but now you can do that. Like shitty months, you can go bowling. You could drink, UBL beer when you're bowling. If I don't know. I guess I don't know if they're going to be. If there's going to be a partnership there.
So I don't know that. Yeah, all I know is that they're both in the same area. I'm not really sure. But,
same building?
I believe so. I want to say that.
So even if you can walk from one place to another inside,
it's very
close enough. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure even if they're not the same business, the business that's right next to it is going to carry your beer, right? So you can get a UBL while you're bowling, I would assume, but I don't know.
That's what we would do. However, it's not our business. So chips.
So bowling, I get the UBL. The UBL on board.
By the way, UBL is Underground Beer Lab. I don't know if we've mentioned that before.
Yeah, okay.
I want to make sure.
Yes.
It could be Underground
East Syracuse
Bowling Lab.
Yeah. Yes.
Or Underground Bowling League.
Right. Yeah. So UBL needs to start a bowling league, an Underground Bowling League,
and it would so many different directions we can take this.
Yeah.
I tell you, you have no idea how many ideas have been developed from this podcast.
Yeah.
My wife has
we're really fucking smart
with like T-shirts. So she has like sayings for T-shirts. I think you guys should do the same.
All right.
We have it.
Like T-shirt. Do you have a T-shirt list?
We have an actual store.
We have a store. You can go on our website.
So did we ever tell you about Haverly?
Oh, I know Haverly.
Yeah. So Haverly, we had Patrick on here at the beginning of our.
Nice.
We started this, and they had so there's the brewery we've already talked about makes a beer, Congress.
Yeah.
Which was a Haverly beer to begin with. So whatever that contention is, but Patrick was saying they found a beer from like the 1920s or something. They bought it on
eBay.
Yeah.
And it had the yeast in it that would made that beer. That beer was awesome. So he's like, they're throwing it out. They're sending it everywhere. They couldn't get that strain of yeast. So they found a place that
no lab could extract that yeast and keep it alive to reuse.
But they found a place that could.
Awesome.
So I think they've actually started using that. But so we called it.
They're using it in the beer. They called
the Buck something
premium stock lager is what they call it now. So they
the gold can because you sell them.
I did. They don't can right now. They only do
because they were with Good Nature. It's now gone. I don't know what.
There were. This is the same place that Lower Lake is brewing, and I'm forgetting the name of the brewery. Sorry, people.
Well, we'll figure it out. But we called it reverse engineering.
Yeah.
So like we have T-shirts that we make. We got T-shirts that
you can
say
go
reverse
engineering.
Yeah.
If you go to BrewsNBanterstore.com,
Brews N, the letter N,
Banter.com, you can buy a T-shirt, hoodie, whatever with reverse engineering.
We got hats and sweatpants and all kinds of.
Are we going to sell that at your Saturday, June?
We'll have some stuff there. Yes.
We'll have T-shirts there. Yeah.
Okay.
These shirts over here, maybe you can't see, but we'll have that stuff. But I mean, this is good because that helps us out. But really, I mean, it's a lot of out of pocket expense for us.
Yeah.
But it's just something to get us out, and like it supports other people. Like Angry Smokehouse, Angry Water is going to be there. Olives Eatery is going to be there. UBL will be there.
Awesome. Yeah.
And we have 2 live bands, so that's June 13th. But it'd be a good time.
We've been investing a lot of our own money into this podcast
for roughly 3 years, like the whole fucking thing.
We've always been in negative, but I think pretty soon we're probably going to partner with some companies or sponsorships or advertising. Like if you own a business, you want to advertise for 6 months or something. It's not a lot of money.
I should advertise with you.
Was that?
I should advertise with you.
You're welcome to do it.
Yeah. You should. In fact, you should spend $10,000 with us.
Oh, yeah. What a great idea.
Per chip. Per chip.
I got it in my wallet right now.
Yeah. No, honestly, that's what these things are.
I think if you get in touch with us, we can talk about it. But I think for 6 months, it's like $1,000. So advertising, and it's at your ads read at the beginning of every episode. So so that's how we can keep this podcast alive. And we put a lot of our own money, try to sustain the podcast, grow it, popularity, connections, all this stuff. And now I think we're at that point where a lot of people.
Well, you probably reach it with your business, right? Like you reach a point where then all of a sudden you turn a profit.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if we're there yet, but
but that's how it works. Like you get there, right? And that's where we are,
Yeah,
right.
So I think we're at that point where we actually have something to offer back to investors,
other than our beautiful faces,
other than Super Bowl rings.
Yeah. Those are good.
But it all came from being part of the community, helping everybody out, being part of like not just this community, but supporting people around this country. We've had guests from all sorts of states, and
awesome.
Just recognizing the values they have, the contributions they've done to people around them, to support those ideas,
And it's what you do, small business support.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, this is what keeps me going, and I alluded to this earlier, but just the industry and people helping each other out. It's and beer's fun, and it's supposed to be fun. Wine gets this like stuck up kind of mentality, but beer, it's fun, and it's chill and it's cool, and you want to hang out on a Friday night and sitting around a bonfire and drink a smoked lager. It's like it doesn't get better than that, and that's. I mean, I've been doing this since I was probably 15, and I'm gonna continue doing it until the day I die. And it's just it's good. It's community.
That's passion. That's dream.
100%.
That's vision.
100%.
So putting that into reality is, I think, the best part of what you love. You should love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like especially whatever you're doing for a living, to survive. If possible, love what you're doing.
Yeah. And that's like when I was doing coding, it's like when I had that realization, the power goes off, I'm fucked, like, no.
Yeah.
And then I got into hop growing, which brought me into this. So it's then I have e-commerce websites. So it's kind of a full circle, but it's you have to be passionate about it because we don't make money every month. Some months we do, some months we don't, but it's a passion, and it's being able to get the breweries out there, help them out, because the big companies out there are not. They are not doing the small breweries any good, and that's what we try to do.
In fact, it's probably the opposite. They don't want the small people to do good.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. If you're that big of people don't know.
Yeah. If you're that big of a company, are you really losing a lot by working with a smaller company, or supporting a smaller company, or helping a smaller company out?
Well, it's all about incentives, right? So, like, say you're a sales rep and you have, a brewery X. Brewery X needs to sell, and then so this month, sales reps, you need to go out and you need to sell this beer, push this beer, and it's just one, right? But if you have 30 small guys, you can't do that, and again, I said this earlier, the only people that are suffering are consumers and the brewers themselves. And it just goes to show you when you're at a particular bar, you see a lot of the same exact beers, and then they're the larger producers. They're the money they can pay, and that's great if you can get to there. But a lot of these guys can't. And how do you compete? You don't. So that's for me, this is just a passion thing. It's like I'm very passionate about this. I want them to, when I was growing hops, it was just very, I got to know a lot of these brewers, and we just bonded. I'm like, how can I help? Selling hops doesn't really help you sell beer. Like, oh, maybe I should start a distribution company. So here we are. 6 years later, we're still doing it.
Well,
somehow
in that place that place we talked about earlier that's closed, that brewery. It's the distribution piece is very tough.
Yeah.
As you said earlier. to break into, but the passion that everybody has for doing this, like any brewer, any craft brewer. I don't know the production, but I don't think people give a shit. Like, we're there to do a job, and I want to do a good job. But like, I'm reading this recipe that someone tells me to put in, or it's mostly automated now. That's just telling you what to do. There's really, I want to get a paycheck and go home, but there's a lot of small businesses. What would you say, like 90% of the GDP? I thought it was like 70, but maybe it's 90.
90% of businesses in the United States are small businesses.
Awesome. Yeah.
So that's
and that is just the way I see it is kind of keeps the dollars local, right? Like if you're going out to like Chipotle or something and you want a taco, do you want to go to Mad Taco or you want to go to Chipotle? If you go to Mad Taco, your dollars are going to stay local. If you go to this other place, maybe it's going to go to Pennsylvania or Colorado, wherever corporate is. Me personally, I like to vote with my dollars. I like to support those small businesses because it just keeps your neighbors employed.
Well, then so you spend $100 at Mad Taco. That's supporting a family that's local to Mad. You spend $100 at a franchise. They don't give a shit if you didn't spend it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. They're not going to miss it.
But take the $100. You spend it on a local business. That $100 goes in their pocket. Whether that $100 goes into another local business, they bought something locally, or they decided to go to a brewery and spend that money for some beer locally. So
it's all right there.
If that circulates locally, that's the best part.
Yeah.
Like then everybody has support. But if the funds constantly funneled out of the local area, that's where the struggle starts.
Okay.
That's where the issues become bigger, the problems, the fight for survival kind of
and I think there's a space for franchises because that also employs local people.
Sure.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be this industry. I mean, if you want to,
you have to find a good balance,
right? If you want to find like a Circle K or something like that, fine, because that employs people and that's tax revenue. I get all that, but in our specific here, particular niche, I think is more important.
Yeah.
To stay local.
I looked at Vermont. There's like Vermont has some awesome breweries. Vermonters like to consume Vermont products. It's a very prideful. Like I've been living here in New York for 20 plus years, and I still consider myself a Vermonter. So it's like this Vermont brand. Like, how does New York do that? That's kind of what keeps me up at night.
Well, New York City gives it all away for free.
Well, right. So I think New York City is a thing. So it's like New York City. There's a lot of immigrants there. There's a lot of people that are not from New York that live in New York City, and they don't necessarily have that New York pride. Where people from Vermont probably grew up there, and I think that's a difference. But
all the homegrown stuff, right? Homegrown.
Yeah. Like, how do we get that New York pride here? I think there's a stat. I think in Vermont, I think it's like 14% of Vermonters drink Vermont beer, and here in New York State, it's only like 5 or 6. It's like, how do we get that? Like, where if you're a New Yorker and in New York City, how do we get you to go out and buy New York beer?
That 5 or 6%. That percentage is because of the higher density population in New York City.
Maybe.
Because if you take New York City out of the calculation, I bet it's higher.
It's a completely different equation.
I bet it's higher.
Yeah.
And
New York skews the whole number.
Yeah, because there was for a while talks about separating New York City from
seceding,
be their own city.
Never happened.
What would we call it if they seceded?
Who gives a fuck? They're gone. I mean, I like people in New York City. I just don't like the way New York City is run.
Yeah.
And largely, or not even largely, wholly, it governs us.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't care about your political affiliation, your sexual orientation, any of that stuff. There's some things that are wrong.
Yeah.
In secession, it was never going to happen. So it's never going to happen here. But like, did you hear about Canada, Alberta? They're having a vote. So Alberta, they're apparently oil rich. They're having a vote it's like a pre-vote. They're having a vote to see if they want to vote to secede from or to separate from Canada.
To be the 51st state?
Well,
for real?
I don't know.
This is news to me.
I don't know that it would be a 50.
I don't think it's 51st state.
They just want to separate from Canada. Because Trump.
They have the oil sands.
Trump floated fucking Venezuela as a 51st state, and who knows, or Greenland or whatever fuck's gonna happen. But Canada's got an issue also. So
the oil sands. That's where the oil.
That's right. Yeah, and that's right. It's oil rich, and it's right there. So there's these sort of things that happen. I don't know that I don't pretend to know anything about Canadian politics. I know that, first of all, I think it's bad that we have the relationship with Canada we have now. I mean, I'm not trying to get all political here. It's worse now because of Trump and Carney. I think Carney's a dick. I think Trudeau's a dick, but maybe someone other than that is not a dick. But I think also Trump is, doesn't communicate well. So there's some problems there. But it doesn't have to be this hatred.
No.
And I hope that people in Canada
Where's the love? Where's the love?
Well,
people?
there's enough. There's enough to go around, right?
Neighboring countries should.
But I hope Canadians don't think that all Americans are the way that they view Trump.
Right.
I mean, so I like a lot of things he does. I like a lot of things he does. I was going to say I like a lot of things he doesn't do. I like a lot of things he does. I don't like a lot of things he does, but here we are, right? What are we going to do? It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm looking for this. Sorry.
Well,
politics. Yeah.
I don't want to get into politics.
Yeah.
But Chad, anything about your business you wanted to add? Originally, by the way, just to give it a little background, the way we heard about you, I saw an article on a local paper.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Syracuse.com?
Yeah, it was.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. We got to touch this guy.
Yeah.
So we reached out to you, and when you responded, like, oh, nice. Because that's another part of helping local, supporting local, right? By the way, when we say support local business, this means not your entire state, but support locally who are near you. So your friends, your family, your family's friends, whatever the stores they own, the businesses they own, support them. That's what it means, local.
Yeah.
Like support businesses within your area.
Yeah.
And then that would spread.
Yes.
So when we say support local, it doesn't mean like go out of your way and travel 2 hours to support that because it's within the same state. You want to? Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
That business will appreciate. But when we say support local, that means local within your town.
Yeah. Yeah. And for us, I mean, I think for Drink NY Craft, local is New York.
Yeah.
And in the context of, the rest of America, but
that pertains to you, right?
Yeah. And the dollars that are spent for, say you live in Rochester and you're buying beers from Albany, like your dollars are going to Albany. They're going to that brewer. Like we are there's no middleman. I mean, I guess you would call us a middleman, but we're taking the dollars and we're giving them right to them. And we think of ourselves as an extension of the actual breweries that we work with. And I'm super passionate about it because I love this industry. I love the beer that's being made in the state. And there's so much potential for American beers, like we're saying, like sky's the limit, right? Mm-hmm. And especially here in New York State, 550 breweries, like holy shit. Like imagine the potential there. And half these breweries aren't even known. Like if you're on one side of the state, you have no idea what's on the other side of the state.
And you've been in the business 6 years and you've visited 85 breweries.
Yeah. I mean, let's just spread the love. Let's do we need to drive all the way from one side of the state to the other? Like, sure, if you want to do that, great. But if not, order on the internet.
I was just gonna say, you providing this portal of like save yourself time and drive
100%.
and still supporting local. So maybe you've tried all these breweries in your local town, but you want to explore outside of your town now.
I mean, you're not going to buy from us if you live in, Albany and there's an Albany brewery. You're not going to buy it from us. But
right.
You're going to buy it from us if you live in Albany and there's a brewery in Buffalo that you heard about.
Buffalo.
Or Talking Cursive.
I've heard of this great brewery called Talking Cursive in Syracuse. I don't want to drive to 2 hours to Syracuse, so I'm just going to buy it on the internet.
Or we talked about Roaring 20s, which is 2 hours, 2.5 hours from here. Nobody's going to drive out there, but if we made this trip, brought you some beer, we did the collaboration, right?
This,
and then someone tries this locally, not having to drive this out. but they're still supporting New York State.
Or some UBL beer with Brews and Banter collaboration.
That's right. So we have two different beers coming out: a session IPA and
Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen.
Does that have a name? Do they have a name?
It's like Hefeweizen, maybe.
So Hefeweizen is going to be
Hefeweizen. Say it angry.
You gotta be
angry.
You know what it is? It's like
Hefeweizen.
It's like those Olympic girls from Germany that do the fucking curling, like sweep. They're like so mad at the ice, and they're angry.
Hefeweizen.
Yeah, Hefeweizen.
I think Hefeweizen is going to be raw audio, and session IPA is going to be unscripted vibe.
Sweet.
So
don't fuck that up when you make the labels.
So Kevin, if you're listening, we need these beers and Drink NY Craft, and
this will be, by the way, canned and for sale and poured at June 13th event at our Hops on the Seneca event we're hosting this year.
Excellent. Everyone show up to that.
Yeah, please show up. We want to continue to do this every single year. Your support is what's going to keep this going. It's a fun event. It's open to the public. We have live bands, beer, good food, all supported by local businesses, and we take pride in it, and we invite everybody to come.
Keep your dogs local, people.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And drink your moonshine local.
Oh, and shit. Didn't even see this.
We mentioned this earlier, so here's some
moonshine.
Cheers.
So this
authentic,
is some bathtub gin we got going on
from West Virginia.
It's pretty tasty tap water.
Might have had a pubic hair in it.
Might not have a puke hair. That was pretty good. That's smooth, man.
You can floss with it. That's what it is. It's like instead of the tequila worm, you just...
Chad,
I don't know why I talk.
Anything you want to add about your business?
Yeah, what's new for your business?
Before we wrap this up?
I'm just trying to, support local breweries. That's kind of my thing. And most New Yorkers do not know that they can buy beer on the internet and have it shipped to their house. So know this. There's only 2 people in this entire state that are actually doing this, us and Halftime Beverage.
Mm-hmm.
And, support local.
Mm-hmm.
Go out to your breweries if you can and support that. But if not, use a tool like us, because we have phenomenal beers from many, many breweries across the entire state. And you can do one-stop shopping and, support all of your dollars to these people. So thank you, brewers, for, brewing phenomenal beers. God bless America for making these American beers, everything under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you guys for having me on this platform to actually spread this message. So this has been great.
You have the reach an average person wouldn't have to do.
Yeah, you don't have to drive. You don't have to drive all the way to
Albany. Sit on your couch
from Buffalo.
Make that order.
Yeah,
make it happen,
and that's it.
And we get it to you in like a day or two. So it's very quick.
So you're gonna pay a freight charge.
UPS doesn't fuck it up.
Yeah, all right, or someone, but you're gonna pay a freight charge. But again, you're not. There's no effort for you.
Well,
the
more you buy, the less you pay in shipping. So if you pay over $100, most on average our orders are around like $90, and that's like almost a case. So if you order a case, it gets shipped to you for free.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
even better.
Yeah, we know that.
Let's start with that.
Yeah. Why would you not order a case? I mean, like, fuck, you keep it cold. You're good for.
So some people order 4-packs, and I don't get it. Like, why?
Order a case.
Yeah,
good.
So on average, it costs me $37.50 to ship a box anywhere, whether it's a 4-pack or a case.
Yeah.
So anywhere in your state.
Right. But if you order a 4-pack, we charge $20 shipping. So we actually lose money. So people don't order 4-packs.
Yeah.
But if you order a case, it's free.
Yeah. But even a case, fine. I mean, because I don't order like a $1 McDonald's hamburger. I'm getting like fucking 5 of these things, right?
Yeah.
But like, you talk to your neighbors, right? If you guys all want beers, get it all bundle it all together, and then you just get free fucking shipping, right?
Or just order, get a big order, and you have beer for a month.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I think people on average order like once a month. So
but even cold it's good for many months. I mean, it's good for 6 months, 8 months, whatever it is. Cold, 100%. Right?
So many different occasions. You got a UFC fight with your buddies you're gonna watch. Order a case. A football game. Order a case.
Gangbang. Order a case.
Baseball case. Swing parties, whatever. Fucking just order a case and you're good to go.
By yourself, you want to punish your liver? Order a case.
Chad, fun, pleasure. Always to have you.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome anytime. We appreciate being here.
By the way, when we go to different events around the state, it's like almost always we see Chad there.
Yeah,
I try.
That's how invested he is and that's how much he goes out there.
It's
really
easy.
invests.
You guys know this is it's easy. This is it's a great industry,
and it's fun, right?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. It's easy,
and
we're supporting what we love, and we all in this room support this. So it's awesome.
And we've always said, have beer will travel, right? So now have Chad will travel.
Yeah,
have Chad deliver.
Right,
deliver to your house.
And this
want beer, Chad will deliver.
And this note, we want to thank Chad for doing what you're doing for brewers to help them out. We hope your business grows, and we can help you with this. We want to thank all the brewers throughout New York State and throughout the country. Thank you for all the hard work you guys do, sticking to your dream, to your vision, continuing this. We appreciate it because we get to, in the end, consumers get to enjoy these delicious beverages. Again, thank you to Eastwood Brewing Company for sponsoring this episode. Thank you to Apex Property Management and FM Realty for sponsoring this episode. Thank you to all the listeners. We appreciate you. Please support this podcast. Go to BrewsNBanter.com, store.com, and buy our merchandise. All the funds go right back into the podcast. And again, huge thank you, Chad.
And he'll fuck this up. And Hopped Up Network.
And Hopped Up Network.
Well, I always forget them.
I don't know. Not always. That's not true.
Yeah.
But thank you, Hopped Up Network, for hosting our podcast and publishing out there. We appreciate you. Another small business to support. So, Chad, and you have something to offer to the listeners.
Yeah. So I just kind of want to support your podcast. I'm a huge fan of you guys. So anyone that is listening to this podcast that want to order from drinknycraft.com, they can use the coupon code BrewsNBanter. And you get 10% off your order. It doesn't matter how much you order, just 10% off everything. BrewsNBanter. And thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, everybody.
And so for people that are simple like me, the ampersand is the and symbol, right?
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
It's just
is that did I say it wrong?
No, you said it right.
Okay.
I'm the one that's an idiot. Yeah. So
BrewsNBanter.
Yep.
Thank you, Chad, for offering the discount to our listeners. Please go support. Your money goes a long way, by the way.
Stays in New York.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.